Hello, welcome back to BLENDERSUSHI live noding. This is the continuation of the previous video. This time we're gonna create the flower part of the paint effects. So we're gonna do a simple one. There are many ways we can create this kind of flower design, and this is just one way to do it. So let's jump to SketchUp real quick. We can create flower basically simply by using two circles. I'm gonna show you real quick. So a single circle, and we get the points arranged in that kind of pattern. And we have if we have another one, we can have the one with the larger radius. So if we combine the two using list zip, we're gonna have that kind of design, like structure, and then we can just use a UV connections, and supposedly we get that kind of something that looks a little bit like flower. So that's the really quick way. You can also use a cylinder in SketchUp because of the way it works, cylinder, and then just turn it into something like this. But I like using this two circles. So for the radius, we're gonna maybe use an input like this, and then for the vertices, actually that's for the integer. It's gonna be for the vertices. For the radius, we need the difference. We don't want to change to value all the time. It's totally up to you how you wanna do this. We'll leave it like that for now. So okay, we have this design, and the next thing we want to do, maybe we can use a vector math here, and we can perhaps push it up if we want. So that's sort of like a flower petal. So this guy cannot be smaller than 3. I'm gonna set a limit. Yeah, I guess that's pretty decent. So the next thing we want to do, maybe we can test it out with a skin measure. This guy, if we bake it, it's gonna be multiple objects. We don't need multiple objects, so in this case, maybe just join them. Mesh join, and like that. If we bake, it's gonna be a single object. If I plug it into that guy, we should be able to have this kind of like a sausage, but we can flatten it. So we have more or less something that looks like a flower, even though it's a bit stiff. Would be nice if the flower can kind of doing a curve like that. I believe SketchUp has that kind of thing. It's called arc, 3-point arc. So I'm kind of curious if we can simply also use this guy. Number of vertices, arc points, minimum of 3 points. I have not actually tested this, but I know that these 3-point arcs can create an arc. So I was thinking maybe I should try that anyway. Let me try real quick. If this fail, I'm gonna do it differently. So I'm gonna duplicate this guy and then do that, and then increase the radius for this guy, and then plug it into the zip. So we have quite a mess there. Cut it, and I'm gonna plug this guy up there and check it out using viewer draw. Oh yeah, we're getting something there. Maybe 3-point arcs cannot take multiple input, or maybe I need to join it somehow. But I know that this guy can do it. We need to do it in a different way. So we're not gonna do that for now. Go back to what we have before. Like this stiff looking flower, it's totally fine. And what can we do here? We can adjust that part at double distance. What is double distance? Okay, don't worry about that. I guess we can turn this into a monad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a kind of like a slightly trickier, but this is kind of important. Maybe we can interpolate the circle somehow. If the connection here, this list zip there. There's an add. Okay, maybe we can add one more thing, like some kind of randomization. So if we add a factor interpolation and plug in the vertices there, same with this, same thing with this guy. Plug in there, and the T is gonna be range float. Plug that in, and that in, and then plug this data in there. We should be able now to control the pedal this way. Perhaps we can also add randomizations. Somehow it's not. Somehow we have some kind of gap there, but I like it how the pedal is not like perfectly just circular. Maybe we need to do it using cubic. It's the same thing. Linear. Oh, actually, we need to probably do it in a. We need to turn on the cycle. No, that's probably the wrong thing to do it. Instead of range float, I'm gonna do it in a random fashion. So random number generator, and plug that guy in, float between 0 and 1, the size, randomize to seed. Okay, that's a maybe. That's a possible. Yeah, more or less like the flower. But I like to turn this into a monad. And the way we can do it is to select all these guys and then simply look at here, groups. To make a group, we do a shift control G, and now we are inside the monad. And then with the monad, whatever attributes we want to use, we want to change, we just plug it into the input and the output. So this guy should be 0. Circle, Okay, I circle smaller radius and bigger radius, and then vertices should be using a single attribute. Degrees, okay, maybe we want to use the degrees as well, and the output should be these vertices and polygon edge. Oh, okay, looks like it doesn't give me another input. I'm gonna go out and check this a little bit. Size, radius, edit. So this guy, I think the radius kind of conflicting. So we just found a little bug here. Radius, maybe I need to use a different name. Radius big. This monad thing is a beta node, so I know that we can make this work. So that's refused to do it. Maybe for the radius I just cut that bit. Delete that. Oh, cannot. Let's try it like this. Group monad. Oh well, it seems to be failing a little bit, but let me check real quick. I think GP resemble is kind of similar idea. So the monad, okay, in this case the monad comes from this guy, the sausages. Slightly different from what we have before, but kind of similar idea. So we put this guy into a monad and we kind of connect it into our previous setup with a that looks like this sticks coming out, and I have the monad right here. Where is it? This guy. So this I call it flower. So I'll make it 8. I can randomize the seed. Maybe 8 is too small. Make it 20, 12. So basically that's the idea with a monad. Once you create a monad, you put everything inside the group, and then if you put it together with the other nodes, like this is the flower part, and I'm kind of duplicating the flower on each and every of stick. This way, when everything works together, we can, let's say I make it like 150 or 160, and we have that. It's like a little bit like clover flowers, even though they're just stick, but we can easily turn it into like a real object. The bottom part can be like a cylinder. But yeah, I think this is this is the basic idea. So for the flower part, depending on what type of flower you want to do, it could be flower, it could also be like a kind of like a tree. For the tree, you can actually use sapling. Sometimes you want it maybe looking a little bit like a coconut tree. It depends. There's so many variations of the flower, but this is the basic idea. So basically, with the paint effects, let's say you are painting it on the surface, and then okay, we can grow on top of the surface. We already able to do that, and then with the stick here we can resample it and then make it branching. Maybe in the next live noding I will do that. The branching part can be interesting, but the top part usually you have like a flower part or like a for tree leaves. Similar idea to sapling, but you are doing it in the all in one go like this. It's more like kind of like a system. So there's a structure behind it. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it for this flower bit. Sorry about the bugs there. The monad thing is still a beta and definitely can improve over time. But if we can create like a flower monad, we can simply plug it in into this grease pencil pen effects that we are generating. Okay, that's the whole idea. Thank you for tuning in, and if you have any question, feedback, let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video.